Good evening, everyone, or good morning, depending on from where you're watching. So, I Miss Ritu. Welcome to all of you in this masterclass. As you know, today I'm going to focus on that masterclass, Play to Learn, boosting growth and literacy through play-based learning. We are going to focus on this topic today. As I want to say one thing, that learning is not attained by chance. It must be sought for with ardor and attended to with diligence. Me, as a host, Ms. Ritu, MA B.Ed, and a passionate learner and educator. And with my strong observation abilities, I understand the unique psychology of young learners and really enjoy exploring innovative strategies to meet their needs. As an educator, I think that educator means a lifelong learner. When you are ready to learn for your whole life and always adapting to the changing world. My hobbies are reading, dancing, music, and finding new ways to make the things interesting. And today, my expertise in kindergarten education allows me to provide valuable insights into effective teaching and learning practices. I hope all of you will enjoy this session. And before I will start this masterclass, I have some expectation from the audience. Again, welcome in this masterclass, and please be respectful to others in this session during this presentation. And please keep your mics muted. Please be aware of your cameras, and please use the raise hand. Otherwise, we are going to provide a Q&A session at the end of this masterclass. Please help me to create a positive learning environment. So we are going to start with a question from the audience. Are you ready? So what technique or method we can use to improve learning with engagement? I've given so many options here: project-based learning, gamification, scaffold learning, or mutual learning, kinesthetic learning, cooperative learning. So can you please vote that I will get an idea that what do you think as an educator, as an audience, which method we can use to improve learning? Yes, I'm waiting for your response. I hope different persons have different views about this, that how you can improve learning with engagement, which method you will use. You can use chat also, but try to fill this poll. So, okay, we are moving forward. Today, what we are going to do? Today, we are going to learn more about scaffold learning or mutual learning that are part of play-based learning. So after attending this masterclass, learner will be able to define play-based learning, to explain the core principles of play-based learning and its important role in childhood education. And you will be able to implement play-based activities effectively in the classroom, that how you can promote academic learning and especially in literacy. And at last, the educators will be able to design play-based activity that align with learning objectives, and they will be able to promote both academic and personal development in children. And after that, master takeaways, play-based learning foster essential cognitive and social skills. And what's the meaning of social skills? Actually, social skills, when you develop in children, they develop problem-solving abilities. They can deal in the real world. They will be able to face critical thinking. So these are all skills that can be enhanced in the children with play-based learning. And various techniques that we can promote through play-based learning that enhance literacy, such as storytelling, role-playing, and different type of games that encourages language development, vocabulary expansion, and early reading comprehension. And you know, after creating an atmosphere for play-based learning, we are creating a strong foundation for literacy. That is the main purpose of an educator. So play nurtures a lifelong love for learning through exploration and creative expression. And play-based learning makes education enjoyable and engaging, especially in literacy. And when you engage the children, it means you are making the learning easy and interesting. So now we are going to learn about importance of play-based learning. So play-based learning, as a child psychologist, Vygotsky told that play-based education calls for creating an environment that empowers children to discover and engage with their ZPT naturally. And one other artist who worked with the children channel, who has given this quote that play gives children a chance to practice what they are learning. They have to play with what they know to be true in order to find out more. And then they can use what they learn in new forms of play. So why play-based learning is essential for children? As an educator, as a parent, why do you think that play-based learning is essential for children? So research has shown the impulse to play comes from a natural desire to understand the world. And who has told this thing? The National Association for the Education of Young Children. The children are given the opportunities to learn and develop through exploration and play. And when they use the material, so equipments and materials spark children's interest and encourage them to experiment and learn. And when they experiment, then they learn themselves step by step. So it's very, very important to work on play-based learning. So now we have Dr. David Whitebread, who is the developmental cognitive psychologist and early year specialist, is going to share with us some important role of play-based learning. Okay.
There was a phase when it was thought play-based learning was important, that children learn very well through playful activities, but that adults shouldn't get involved, that the adults should stand back and simply observe and let the children get on with it. We now know that this is a mistaken view, that actually there is enormous benefit in adults, in early childhood educational practitioners, for example, involving themselves in various ways in children's play. And if you're going to provide high quality playful learning, the adult certainly needs to observe, but needs also to plan for playful opportunities and to personally get involved in children's play-based learning. We know.
So Dr. David Whiteboard has also told us about the importance of play-based learning. And
there was a
now, what do you think that which type of play-based learning do you like and why? I want to hear from your side as an audience. You can share in the chat that which type of play-based learning do you like and why? Because there are so many types of play-based learning. So please share your views in the chat box. You can share your views in the chat box. Yes. So, okay. So we are ready to move towards the types of play-based learning. So type of play-based learning, the first one is free play. When you leave the child alone with the material, with the blocks, with the sand, and to leave to explore the playground. So examples of play-based activity I have mentioned there. So playing musical instruments, playing with blocks and tiles, that how they explore and how they learn themselves by creating, by using their thinking level. And the second one is teacher-directed play, when the teacher guides and facilitates, when they go above their level, so they need teacher guidance. And the third one, that is the most important one, is the mutually directed play, when children and teacher coordinates together. So research data show that the interaction between children and teacher is helpful in exploration. So that is the collaboration activity between children and students that gives birth to enhanced learning. And that enhanced learning helps a lot in the development of and in the growth of children in learning, not only in learning, in overall growth of learning. So now we are turning towards free play in literacy learning. How free play is helpful in literacy learning? So free play might foster imagination, playing to learn words. Some studies indicate that children from less privileged backgrounds may benefit from playful learning in vocabulary acquisition. So letter recognition, when they learn by using blocks, by using letters, and they perform better academically when they receive some guidance while exploring independently. And the third one is shapes and play. When they play differently, the studies have found that children may grasp concepts from shapes, and that shapes work a lot in their brain, and they learn, they engage themselves in playful activities. So many child psychologists that I have mentioned there, that I have researched, I have mentioned there, that they did a research that free play is helpful in the beginning stage of learning when the child is 3 years old and 4 years old and 5 years old. When these three stages, these free plays are very, very helpful to foster imagination. And now we are coming towards the next point of teacher-led. How teacher-led this one. So this type of play allows teachers to lead structured activities to teach new concepts and skills. It promotes valuable learning opportunities, teamwork, following instructions, and cooperative learning among children. And it also helps in learning new vocabulary that is a main part of literacy that we are concentrating today, and we are going to focus on that part, that how this play-based learning helps in literacy, how they learn new vocabulary words. So play-based learning, the third main point is mutuality directed play. This type of play introduces the type of play that entails collaboration work. So collaboration is very, very important part of learning. That is a 21st century skill, because when it's a collaboration between children and teachers in play activities, it fosters learning through shared experience. Teacher uses its own brain and children use their imagination. So collaboration work of teachers and students gives birth to enhanced learning. That's mainly the Hop, Southcott, and McLennan has described this in 2012 and 2013. So a child's development and learning would be better served with mutuality directed play. So you can look at the picture. In the picture, they have shown how teacher engage the children with help, and children are using their own skill. So now the next point is there, how to engage them, how to create an environment for them that is very, very important for the learning. It's in the hands of educator, in the hands of a teacher to create an engaging environment. And again, I want to know from the audience that what do you mean by engaged environment? Can you please share your opinion in the chat? Please share your opinion in the chat that what do you mean by engaging environment? Can you please share in the chat? Yes. Rosie has written encouraging active and positive learning. So students' involvement in learning, helping each other in improving their critical thinking level. Hands-on activities, yes, hands-on activities are very good to engage them. Ask questions when they play, answer them when they ask questions. When kids are doing things, when pupils engage all senses to learn, is very nice. Yes, these all points are helpful to engage the children, that are very, very important. So let's watch that video and we get a clear idea.
Children learn best through experience and exploration rather than being told or instructed or prompted. Now, your role is really important through support, making them feel secure. But the most important role is providing them with engaging and enriching environments. What is an engaging environment? Now, this is an environment that's accessible to all. An environment where children feel safe and secure so they can feel comfortable to try new things and explore. An engaging environment is an environment that sparks imagination and takes their interests into account. It challenges them, it prompts them to use problem solving and try new things. These engaging environments can be inside and outside, but they are exciting environments that are going to help children to try new things, to learn, to grow and develop.
Yes. So As you know, that ma'am has told very nicely that how adults create
Children
engaging environment. So what thought she has given for that engaging environment? Mainly to make them comfortable. It's very, very important when an educator is with the children, make them comfortable to think. And what have you learned from this video? Can you please share 1 or 2 points in the chat? After watching this video, what is the main point that she has mentioned? That what is engaging environment? And why engaging environment is important for the young learners? Yes, very nice, Mariji. That a safe environment is conducive for learning. Yes, friendly atmosphere, very nice. They need friendly atmosphere to grow and to dwell. Yes, to build confidence. Because it's very, very important for the children when they are ready to learn to build their confidence and to provide a safe environment, to provide an engaging environment that they didn't think that learning is very heavy. They are ready to learn happily. We spark them from inside that they learn creatively. So yes, so play-based learning creates an engaging environment to develop skills. It gives challenges to young minds to do more and more. And it sparks imagination. That is the main point. It sparks imagination and encourages them to do the toughest things. It improves their critical thinking level. That's a very, very important to improve their critical thinking level when they enhance their learning with the help of that thinking level. As you know, that psychologist has mainly give pressure on that point that it's very, very important to enhance their critical thinking level. So how play-based learning helps literacy skills? It improves attention span because when they engage themselves with the material, with the blocks, so it improves their attention spans to learn English letters. It improves cognitive skills and they are engaged to learn to build their vocabulary. It improves creative minds to create new words and they are ready to explore the word. They are ready to explore new words. That's a part of literacy learning. And how play-based learning helps literacy skills? At the age of kindergarten, hands-on activities motivates them and that excited them. Hands-on activity helps to improve creative skills to learn. So skills such as critical thinking and creativity can be enhanced through play-based learning. So you can observe in the picture that how one toy is helping a child to improve multiple skills. So they learn alphabet, they learn colors, they learn words. And play-based learning is designed to teach children specific skills that are very, very important that children try to make new words. So let's watch one video again to get an idea that how we can motivate the young learner to learn by using their body parts, by using play to learn more and engage more.
Feel fun because the activities, you need to be prepared for them to feel that, to include that into their learning.
We need to make sure that children early on learn letters and start to understand the phonological system of our language. When you're 3 or 4 or 5 and you're at a stage of life where you're learning dozens of new words every single day as you develop from toddlerhood to going off to school, this great explosion of vocabulary that happens with young kids, you're not perceiving the individual sounds as much as you're focused on the words themselves. And so being able to get kids to focus on the sound separate from the meaning
I for it. J for jump, jump, ja.
You try to make it playful, you try to make it about song and language and so on. The research says teaching phonics is effective with young children, and that it not only helps them then, but it continues to be beneficial. It's been measured right through middle school and high school.
True.
Feel
So
fun because
sir has told a very nice point with us that when they start to grow, it's very, very important to understand the sound system. It's very, very important to understand the phonological, because all letters, all words come in a group in their brain. But how to understand the sound system? So that is possible only with play-based learning. So now we are going to next topic, that how storytelling we can use as a play-based learning when a teacher is dealing with children. So after telling a story, if a teacher wants the children should retell the story, how child hold the information, how a teacher can make the story this much interesting and engaging, the child should know the facts after the story. How a teacher can create character or events by using toys, by using, what you can say, by using a different type of puppets, and by using her creative thinking. So yes, the answer is base way, an interesting way, like a puppet show. A teacher can use puppets or attractive toys to tell the story and comprehend what is going on in the actual way. That after listening the story, the children will be able to retell that story. So stories have certain kinds of structural components that the author will tell you. When did this happen? Where did this happen? And you can ask after the story that what should be the moral, and if you want to change the story, where you want to change the story. So like that, you can engage the students and you can push their creative thinking, their imagination, that how it should work and what will be the answer of the children at that time. When you engaging them by storytelling, you are engaging them by showing a puppet show, and side by side you are working on their thinking level. So the play-based technique is a technique that creates a picture in the brain of children that makes them remember for a long time. So that story will remain for a long time in their brain only with the help of a play-based learning. Because we are dealing with the psychology of the children. As you know that if we check all the psychologists, child psychologists, they told us that we need to make the learning engaging, interesting, creative, that it gives a print on the brain of the children. So with the help of these minor techniques, such as a small picture puppet, main character, we can help the children to move towards summarization, and they will be able to retell the story. So that is the main helpful in literacy learning, in learning new words, and in learning to frame the sentences. So play-based learning, sounds and words. When we are using these minor techniques, when we are using these small techniques, so children learn to read, they learn sound and phonic understanding. That's very, very important at this stage, to learn and to understand phonics. That is very, very essential. So play-based learning help a lot in the following points: to blend letter sound, sound spelling pattern, to produce recognizable pronunciation, and to recognize common word parts, letter sound relations playfully, and to teach word building with the help of blocks. They can use sand for the sensory touch method. How we are using different parts of body to engage them. How we are using different parts of body to make them learn. So teach letter sound relation with a rhyme or a song, because music and a song has a good effect on the brain of a child. It helps at an early age to learn new sounds with body movements. So play-based learning also helpful in literacy when rhyme method is used, song method is used, when that child, it's not so easy at that stage to understand sound, to understand each and everything. Child struggles a lot because there is explosion of vocabulary is there. So play-based method with letter blocks and letter tiles with the sound system helps a child to focus. So this technique is also helpful in learning of spellings. So how does play-based learning help the development of reading and writing? As you know, reading and writing is a main part of play-based learning and the main part of literacy learning. So how we can use play-based learning? Let's watch one video again. That from the video, you can learn how to implement that skills. To add this video, this is showing that how you can implement in the classes.
The kind of reading and writing skills that children develop in play are those that offer them the chance to explore and learn how reading and writing work.
Play. Where are we going, Elsie? The play. Ground.
Children become competent readers and writers over a period of years, so play offers them the chance to engage in meaningful and open-ended experience at whatever stage of literacy development they're at. For example, writing with a real purpose and without fear of getting the letters or the words wrong. And that effectively lays the foundation for the later use of conventional letters and numbers.
Nana, I didn't even need to help you.
They can also provide children with opportunities to participate in early reading experiences, encouraging the value of reading, the excitement of story or information gathering, and the eventual ability to learn through self-discovery from a book that they are able to read conventionally.
Perfect.
The kind of reading
So play-based learning improves reading and writing. So how does play-based learning helps to improve reading and writing? So please, can you share your opinion in the chat box? Now you have watched the video also. So share your experience also. So please share your experience as you have tried any play-based learning method to improve reading and writing. Yes, to do and understand things with experience and feels the class. Yes, it's very interesting. Feels the class. And practical learning. Yes, that's also very nice. Practical learning is very, very important. Yes, one teacher has mentioned that I've tried songs for circulatory system. So songs also, you can use the songs for writing also. You can sing a song and the children will pick the words and they can write the words from the song. Because play-based learning, we are just using to engage and to make the way interesting, to make them learn. At early stage, to create their interest in learning is very, very important. Then they can run on the track. So yes, collaborative learning. You watch that how teacher is engaging them and learning improves social skills, enhances communication and oral skills is one part of literacy learning. That how they are improving that one. So first we can start from letters, then we can start from words, then we can start from sentences. So child will go step by step with the help of collaborative learning and improves social skills also. That enhances communication because they talk with each other. They learn new vocabulary by talking with each other easily. So this type of learning improves real life skills. So main purpose is to train them for the real life skills, to train them for the 21st century skills. So let's watch.
Huge increase in literacy development, comprehension, vocabulary recognition, recall of events, sequencing of events.
Also deepens the vocabulary and thinking about using words such as setting, such as the storyline, the author, and understanding the implications of that, and the different roles that people have within each book. So not only are we building their cognitive capabilities, but also starting to build empathy as well as other social emotional skills and engagement with peers.
So yes,
Huge
they
increase
talk
in,
about
literacy.
a dramatic play. A dramatic play, how it helps, how a dramatic play helps, how communication helps them, how social skills help them. So if we check the benefits of this playful learning, this play-based learning, it gives a holistic education to a child. So these are all the points that supports holistic development of a children, supporting learning environment, comprehensive understanding, enhanced communication, stronger teacher-student relationship. That's very, very important at that stage. And increased respect and compassion, empowered voice. That is really, really important for the holistic and overall growth of a child. So how play-based learning is helpful in overall growth of child. So at that point, so many points come in the mind of a teacher. Ki this play-based learning is age appropriate, or is it a challenge for teachers? Yes, it is a challenge for teacher. I can understand this thing that is a challenge for teacher to create that type of environment. But on the other side, it also improves child learning. It also improves the teacher's way of teaching. So play-based learning works on teaching and learning both sides. So age-appropriate pedagogical learning, shaping teaching and learning in the early years of school. So these techniques develop the qualities. As mentioned, they become active learners. They become creative children. They become rich language children. And scaffolding is mean that you are using different techniques of scaffolding, and they are becoming at last critical thinkers. They think above their age, they think above their level. That makes them very nice, creative children. That is the purpose of main learning. So the final thought that is given by, again, the child psychologist Vygotsky in 1933, in a play-way method, a child is above his average age, above his daily behavior, and in play it is as though he were a head taller than himself. As in the focus of a magnifying glass, play contains all developmental tendencies in a condensed form. In play, it is as though the child were trying to jump above the level of his normal behavior. So how play-based learning works on a child's overall growth, how play-based learning helps a child to improve learning, how a play-based learning works for a critical thinker, for a good thinker, and how it improves a lot. So after this whole master class, we reach at that point that learning objective of this masterclass was there. After attending this masterclass, you can easily define what is play-based learning. After watching these videos, you can easily define and you can easily explain the core principles of play-based learning. And you will be able to implement play-based activities effectively in the classrooms to promote academic learning. This is not only for educators or for teachers. Parents can also play their role in play-based activities at home, and they can design play-based activities that align with learning objectives and promoting both academic and personal development. And master takeaways, play-based learning fosters essential cognitive and social skills. Varied techniques in play-based learning enhance literacy as storytelling, role-playing, and language development, vocabulary expansion, reading comprehension, and creating a strong foundation. At last, play nurtures a lifelong love for learning. When you create an atmosphere, the child will learn because he has an interest in learning. So now, mainly that questions are asked by the educators that do you think that play-based learning is essential to improve learning? Yes, it is a challenge that helps teacher and children to improve learning in one way or other. It is important to improve their thinking level and the children level and make them ready for future. And most of the educator also ask that can we assess the children in play-based learning? Yes, why not? We need to improve the skills and understand the thinking level of children by asking the question at the time when they are engaged in play-based learning. And the third one, can play-based learning be helpful in the learning of literacy? Yes, in so many ways. To learn sounds, to understand phonological system, to learn letters, to make words, to frame sentences, in storytelling, in role playing, in drama gesture. So many ways when teacher use, then helps to improve literacy skills. So at last, outcomes of this play-based learning enables teacher to implement, to make learning meaningful and fruitful, and to prepare the children for the 21st century skill, to improve critical and creative thinking by engaging them, gain practical tools for integrating play-based learning into everyday curriculum to enhance literacy learning. So develop skills for observing and assessing children's development through play. And these are the references that you can note down and you can explore more about play-based learning, about collaborative learning, and how the child can develop in care and in guided work. And thank you today for joining this masterclass. And we all focus on play-based learning. That is very, very important to enhance learning and for the growth of children. And at last, we will say stay updated with International Teacher Universities on Instagram to learn more about the skills of teaching to improve teaching and learning. And at last, question and answer round. Now, we are ready. Those teachers, those educators want to ask any questions, they can ask the question. They can ask the question in the chat box. Welcome. Welcome. Those have written this, that thank you, ma'am, for this informative session. There's so many apps. You can go online and you can write there. There's so many apps are there for problems that you are facing. It depends what kind of game you have written that can we play. You can play, depends on the topic. First, you check what topic you are choosing. You are taking literacy, or you are taking the topic of letters or sounds. On the basis of that one, you can choose the songs, you can choose rhymes. And if you want material, that's okay. You can choose the material that with the material, you can engage them and they can learn. It depends on the topic, that how you choose the material and which game you use. That is your creative mind also, that how you can with your creativity choose that one. That if you are choosing literacy letters, then you have to choose the letter blocks, and then you can play the games of that one with how to join the letter blocks and make the words. So it depends on your topic. Because I have shown so many videos to you where there I have shown that how when they were telling them about the sound system, they have used the songs, they've used the rhymes, and when they were jumping from one plug to other plug, they were learning the numbers and they were counting the numbers. There they were using numeracy topics. And when you're coming storytelling, you use puppets and you use different types of toys, and you create their thinking, and how you use their imagination with the topic, and how you use their imagination to create new things. That is in your hands, teachers. That is in your hand. You are the creators. You are the real creators. Those can create a lot in the minds of the young children. Just we need collaboration. Just we need collaborative learning. So thank you. Once again, thanks a lot to everyone for joining this session. Yes, that Sanya has written very nice question, that how we can help the children to keep away from device. Yes, now you know that in 21st century without device, it's really, really very tough to deal with them. It's a part of 21st century. But yes, we can use the other material to make them away from device. And there are so many apps are also there that we can use for play-based learning. But sometimes we can use the material also to engage them. It depends on your topic, and if you are a numeracy topic, you use that type of material, that you can use the triangle, you can use the squares, shapes. You can tell the children to bring that shapes, and with that shapes what you want to create, that you can use that one. And it's a really challenge this time. There's a challenge for the teachers to make them away from devices. It's really challenge. So we have to think new ways of play-based learning. That doesn't mean that every time we use device for play-based learning. We need to use the material, different type of material. We can ask them to bring that material, and we can provide on their tables different type of material that they engage their hands with that one, and they create new things with their own brain. So online also we can find a lot of material, and there are so many apps are there. They are telling about literacy material, also about numeracy material also, that we can use for hands-on activity. That I have already mentioned, that hands-on activity is really important to engage them, and that only can keep away from device. So welcome, Yasmin. And it will be helpful if you implement play-based learning maximum in the classes and share your experience with each other, because sharing is caring. When you share with each other, you also learn a lot and others also learn a lot. And once again, I think maximum all the questions we have covered. So thanks a lot, all the participants, for joining this masterclass. And we all focus on play-based learning, and we have learned a lot about play-based learning. So thank you, teachers, and thank you, everyone.